have what? I have Instagram rolling. I have YouTube rolling. Have Facebook Live rolling. We got all kind of stuff just rolling. Because one of the things that I love doing, besides helping people with weight loss, I love helping people with life in general. I always say I'm your big bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dude who will always shoot you straight when everybody else is, trying to patty cake and, trying to be all your buddy and your friends without telling you the truth. Now, let me also be honest. Can I be honest for a second? Let me be honest. Let me be honest. I am extremely nosy. I'm nosy. I'm extremely nosy. Okay, let me give you a little backstory. See, I have over hundreds of thousands of bricks all over the world. Like all over the world. So I'm always interested to know what's going on with your bricks. What's happening with the Brick Nation, the Brick Universe? What's going on? I'm nosy, y'all. And y'all just have to excuse me because I get a little bit nosy because I understand that, people gain weight because of issues of life. I get that. I understand that. And I'm like, okay, so if this part of their lives aren't working, then, this part isn't going to be working either. The weight loss part won't be working either because of things that's going on over here. Because, see, a lot of times you want to stay focused and you want to do right by your body. You want to get fine and sexier, but you got stuff going on over here that's preventing you from being great. That's stopping you from being great. Case in point, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm just going to read something because I want to help her. Because that's what I do. Let me read something. So I'm looking through Facebook, right? And this just jumps up at me. I'm not even going to call her name, but she'll know. She'll know this is for her. Okay, so she puts, and I'm reading, okay? Sometimes there is just no explanation on how a certain person or place makes you feel, okay? And sometimes the feeling remains as strong as the first day you felt it, and it never goes away. So that was her post. It never goes away. Couple of things, because some of y'all might be going through this. Some of y'all might be going through some stuff that, might have you bound. There might be some places, there might be some people that get a reaction out of you. And you like, dang, why am I feeling this way? And why is it whenever I come across, this certain place or this certain person, I start feeling a certain way? Why? And I tell you why. Because you never let the feeling of that thing go. It still has you bound. You might try to run away from it. You might try to ignore it, or you might try to get so busy that you're thinking to yourself, you know what, if I can get so busy, then maybe I won't think about this anymore. Oh no. Again, it's in here waiting on you like this. As you're out there doing your thing and you're getting caught up in everybody else's stuff and you're not acknowledging your stuff and again, your stuff and your issues are sitting back here waiting on you like this. Waiting on you. Still waiting on you. So the magic question becomes, when will you start really addressing what's happening with you? And why haven't you went ahead and faced that thing? Because again, you'll hear me say this a lot. Okay? You hear me say this a lot. You can't run fast looking forward if you're always looking backwards. You can't run fast forward if you're always looking back. Have you ever seen anybody in life run a sprint? Have you ever seen Bolt run a sprint to where he's looking like, I'm not talking about looking to the side because he's already won the race. I'm talking about running like this. Like literally looking backwards. And that's what a lot of people do. Sometimes they just continuously look backwards but wonder why they ain't going fast forward. Have you ever tried to drive your car looking backwards while going forwards? No, or I guarantee you there will be an accident. So with that being said, you gotta start facing your stuff. You know, if something brings about a feeling in you whenever you run across a person or a place, you have to ask yourself, okay, why? And you gotta be honest. You gotta be honest with yourself and be like, you know what? It's because I never got over this situation. I thought time would heal all things, but the only thing that heals all things is facing it. Acknowledging, you know, what's going on with you, what happened, how it made you feel. And then, next step, you gotta separate yourself from that feeling. If that means you have to forgive yourself, forgive yourself. And it's amazing to me because y'all can forgive everybody else, but you can't forgive yourself. It's amazing to me. Somebody can go over there and shoot a family member. You'll get on TV. I forgive you. I forgive. I just want to say I forgive. But you can't forgive you. Somebody can kill, rape, stab a family member. You ready to forgive. But you make one mistake with your life 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and you can't forgive you. That's crazy. So with that being said, let some stuff go. Again, sometimes you got to treat stuff as if it's a death. You got to mourn that thing, and then you got to take that thing in the backyard and just bury it. Just bury it. It's dead. The worst thing you can do, and this is what a lot of y'all are doing, keeping stuff on life support because you failed to kill it. You keep stuff on life support. So when you don't acknowledge stuff or acknowledge people and acknowledge a situation from years ago, and you keep it on life support, you never kill it. So I'm asking you today to kill some stuff. Get rid of some stuff versus always just running away from it. And if I put my head over my eyes, I can't see it. And every time it comes my way, I'm avoiding it. And, things make you act out of character. Your whole mood change, your blood pressure gets high, and you start stressing, and you got to prepare days in it. If you got to go somewhere, you got to prepare days in advance. Dang, I got to see this person, or I got to go back to this place that, still has a lot of bad memories for me. Let that thing go. But it starts with you forgiving you. You got to forgive yourself. You have to forgive you. You have to forgive you, which means when you forgive yourself, you in essence take your power back. You'll hear me talk about taking your power back. See, that situation has that person bound because that person has allowed that thing or that person to have power over them. Because you running away from it. You just run away from it. You don't acknowledge it. So therefore, that place or that person, whatever it is to you, still has that power over you. Anytime somebody can make you feel a certain way, it has power over you. So again, take your power back. But it's going to require you to stare at that thing in the face that you've been running away from. Take your power back. Give yourself permission, A, to forgive yourself, but B, to reclaim what's already yours. There should be nobody on the planet that makes you feel a certain way. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your uncle, that ex who left you, that baby daddy who did you wrong. I don't care who it is. That person who didn't think that you were enough. I don't care who it is. Nobody should have that amount of power over you to where they can change your mood just by looking at you a certain way or talking at you in a certain tone. Nobody should have that amount of power over you. So again, stop running. Stop running. Stop running and start facing. Stop running and start facing. Again, you can't run fast forward if you're always looking back, or even better yet, if you refuse to look back and that thing is chasing you down. Feel me on that? So let's go. Let's go. You too old. And your stuff is too old. Again, anytime your stuff is a 20-year-old, it has graduated elementary school, middle school, high school, and it has grown until it's almost a college graduate. It's almost, if you're bound by stuff from 20, 25 years ago, 15, 20, that thing has taken a life of its own. You got to think in terms of a human being. If your issue is from 20 years ago, 20, 25 years ago, it's grown. It's a grown behind person. And it's your fault. Because you should have killed it a long time ago. It shouldn't even grown to that effect. It shouldn't even gotten that big. But because you always running and you always avoiding and you think it was you, if I can just, dive into my kids' stuff and get sidetracked with my kids' life, and if I could just, get tied up into the church stuff, and maybe I'll just forget my stuff, because then I'll be so inundated with all this other stuff that I won't even have time to think about my stuff. But again, your stuff is sitting back, waiting on you and looking at you like, I'm still here. That rape, I'm still here. That abortion you never got over, I'm still here. That time you never got over, dude leaving you with them kids, I'm still here. Clamoring and wanting acceptance from people who don't even like you, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Still here. That kid dying. I'm still here. Things you never got over. I'm still here. Start facing. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Okay? So again, if you have a certain feeling or somebody has power over you, it could be that relationship you currently in that you're afraid to get out of. Could be that. Again, anytime something or somebody still has power over you, it's time. It's time. So let's stop running and start facing. I felt like I had to say that because I saw the post and I was like, oh, she running. She running. She running it, and on top of it, she done handed her keys over. And this is the funny thing, and I'll let y'all go. A lot of things that you've handed your power over to, your keys over to, again, you're greater than. You're better than the person that has the power over you. And that's the sad and ironic part to it. The person that, you always try to avoid. You're stronger than they are. You just don't know it. You have no clue. But you just keep running away and you just stop acknowledging and you just start burying yourself in other stuff, hoping that if I just become so busy, maybe my stuff will go away. But again, anytime you have that thought in your mind, just have that thought of me looking like this. Looking at you. Like, when will you acknowledge me? When will you face me? When will you sit down with me and have that conversation with me? Yeah, I know you over there helping your kids do this, that, and the other, but there's gonna come a time when they leave you, because they don't need you no more. And I'll still be here waiting to have that conversation with you while you running. While you're still running. At some point, when you get tired and when you get weak and weary, you're going to have to look at me and you're going to have that conversation with me. Let's do better. Let's get better. Stop running and start facing. So that's what I wanted to leave you with today. So let's get it. Well, look, if this conversation was for you, say you were talking to me, coach. Just put that on there. Just put that on the post. You were talking to me. This was for me. Because I always say, anytime one person posts something, there's probably thousands upon thousands of other people going through the same thing at the same time. I thoroughly believe that. It's kind of like everybody is connected in some form or fashion. So it's kind of like if one person is going through, there's got to be hundreds of thousands upon millions of people who are watching this, who are going through this all at the same time. You were talking to me. I'm getting a whole bunch of you were talking to me's as I'm looking at both cameras. Okay, so this is where it becomes hard. Because now I'm going to ask you to put, and you can put it on this post or you can put it in the comment section, okay? And this is what I need from you, okay? Because again, we are a family and we get better together. This is what I need from you. Since I'm talking about killing and getting rid of stuff, just give me a month. Give me the month and give me the year of the death date in which, basically you're saying, okay, by June 2017, I'm going to have this resolved and done. It will have a death date, June 2017. By June 17th, it's going to be done. That's when I'm putting it to rest. That's when I'm calling the coroner to come pick up my dead issue. And that's what I'm calling the preacher to come over and eulogize this whole thing, because I'm going to bury this thing in the bag. I need a due date. I need a death date for your issue. So if you could, in the comment section, put, by what month and by, this year, when will your stuff be resolved? Because again, you have to end this. It has to be done. You have to be a finisher versus a runner. I'm seeing by May 1st, 2017, August 2017, September 9th, 2017, death date. I need for you to sign death certificates to all of your issues. Whatever your issue is, I need a death certificate for your issue. I need a date, because there was a day that this thing was born, but I also need a death date, because that dash basically means, it's still living. So from that time that you had that problem or issue or situation, that was the day it was born. But now I'm requesting that there be a death date, a death certificate, a day in which this thing has passed away. I'm requesting from you the date on that thing. So continue to put that thing on there. Continue to put that thing on there because I need to see it. And whenever you're having a certain feeling about certain things, watch this video. I got this thing on YouTube too. Watch this video and let it be a reminder of, I can't let this thing grow any longer. I have to put this thing to bed once and for all. I gotta get it gone. I gotta kill it. I gotta slay it. I gotta cut the head off and just be done with it. So let's get it done. Let's get it done. We're here to make each other better. Thank you for joining me. And you know what? I'm sitting there reading this. Hi, Coach Kenya, September 17th, 2017. Sabrina's from St. Louis. And I'm going to hold you to that, Sabrina. If you say you're going to handle your stuff and you're going to end it, I'm expecting it to be resolved. Just done. Because, again, that's what we do. We make each other better. That's the thing about this program or, just this page here. I'm going to challenge you in every area of your life. I'm going to make you better in every area of your life. But I'm going to challenge you in areas of life that's not comfortable. So later on, you can be comfortable. You have to ask the hard questions. You have to address the hard stuff so you can move on to your greener stuff. Because that's where your blessing is, on the other side of that mess that you're struggling with. So I'm always going to challenge you. But again, the blessing is on the other side of your issue, of your struggle. So we're going to fight together. There ain't nothing better than fighting with a whole bunch of people who dealing with the same stuff, who need to resolve stuff at the same time. So that's what we do. And we do it together as a family. So let's rock and roll. I can't wait to see, the death dates. Because again, that's what we're doing. We're killing that old stuff so that new stuff can grow. We're moving that expired situation. Again, it's like expired milk. Expired milk in your refrigerator, you can't drink it, and it takes up so much room and so much space in your life to where you have no other choice but to get rid of it to make room for your new situation, for your new milk, for your fresh stuff, versus I can't fit anything else in here because this one jug is taking up all the space. See what I'm saying? So let's get rid of your expired stuff because again, it has expired. Let's put it out. Let's put it out of its misery. And we will do it as a collective family and we'll do it together. And that's how we roll. So I love y'all. Y'all be good. I'm checking in on you later on.